It looks like Julia Trubkina, one of the stars of 90 Day Fiance, Happily Ever After, has left the US and is back with her family following a heartbreaking loss. A glimpse into Julia's journey. Julia, originally from Russia, met Brandon Gibbs while she was working in South Korea. Their love story brought her to America on 90 Day Fiance Season 8, where they tied the knot. Since then, they've been living in Virginia, but it's no secret that Julia has often expressed her longing for home. Remember those moments during arguments with Brandon when she'd exclaim, "I go Russia"? Well, it seems she finally did. Just as she was announced as a cast member for 90 Day Fiance, Happily Ever After. Season 9, Julia surprised everyone with an Instagram post from Belgrade, Serbia, featuring her family. "Meet my family," she captioned the photos, looking genuinely happy alongside her parents and sibling. She even wrote, "I think only I can bring people together who haven't communicated with each other for years," hinting at a possible family reunion. This happy moment comes after weeks of grieving the sudden death of her beloved dog, Simba, which deeply affected her. However, fans quickly noticed a glaring absence in these family photos. Brandon. When a follower directly asked, "Where is Brandon?" Julia remained silent, leaving many to wonder about the state of their relationship. Family ties and marital tensions. Julia moved to the US in 2020 and married Brandon that April. We learned that her parents were divorced and couldn't stand to be in the same room, constantly arguing. Despite this, Julia always held onto the hope of them visiting her in the US. She desperately missed them, but Brandon wasn't on board. He made a huge fuss about the potential visit, causing a lot of tension between them. But Julia is nothing if not determined. She went behind Brandon's back and applied for her parents' visas without telling him. It seems her parents had planned to visit on a tourist visa, but Brandon's opposition was strong. Fans speculated his reluctance stemmed from a fear of them overstaying or even moving in permanently, which would undoubtedly add more stress to an already strained marriage. He might have suspected that the visit was a test run for them to permanently relocate, especially if Julia hoped her parents would help raise a future child. Plus, let's be real, he probably feared being financially responsible for them, further complicating his life. Their presence could have absolutely intensified the existing tensions in their relationship. A mother's heartbreak and unanswered questions. Adding another layer to Julia's story, she had previously given up on the idea of becoming a mother after a doctor told her she couldn't have children due to health complications. While Brandon encouraged her to get a second opinion, Julia didn't seem interested and instead poured her maternal love into her pets. The sudden and tragic loss of her dog, Simba, to a stroke, deeply impacted her mental health. It's highly likely that her trip to see her family was a way to cope with the immense grief of losing her son. This heartbreaking event, combined with Brandon's absence from her family reunion, raises a lot of questions. Why didn't Brandon join her? Is this new strain on their relationship going to be a major storyline in 90 Day Fiance, Happily Ever After, Season 9? Only time will tell. But it's clear that Julia's journey is far from over. What do you think is going on with Julia and Brandon? Share your theories in the comments below.